Do you overestimate the difficulty of a golf shot in front of you and thus it stresses you out? Hi, I'm Dr. Patrick Cohn, a mental performance coach here at Peak Performance Sports. In this video, you're going to learn how to perceive your golf shots so you don't look at it as a very difficult shot. You're watching the Golf Psychology Podcast. Hey, before we get rolling, please like this video, subscribe to the podcast, and in addition, hit that notification bell. Here's the question I received from Ralph. Ralph said, "Hey Doc, great insights. I know my level of golf abilities. I know where they are, but I overestimate the task at hand, and that makes me feel nervous and tentative. For example, a routine shot in the middle of the fairway becomes a difficult shot for me. How would I cope with that and give the task a realistic difficulty rating?" Thanks for your videos, by the way. Ralph, thanks for the question. This is a new question. You overestimate the task at hand. So I'm going to talk a little bit about flow here because it relates. Flow, put forth by Dr. Csikszentmihalyi, he wrote the book on flow, by the way. He would say that you can get into the flow or become totally immersed into what you're doing by getting in the flow channel. The flow channel is somewhere between boredom and anxiety, right? And he would say you have to have this perception of the skill has to match what your capabilities are. And all that means is you have to have the confidence that you can meet that particular skill in front of you. For example, if I go out and play Roger Federer in tennis, I'm going to be really anxious. However, if I go out and play someone that is a beginner, that's going to be maybe bored for me if we have a match going on. So to get into the flow and become totally immersed, you have to feel like you have the skills to meet the challenge. You obviously, in this case, don't feel like you have the skills to meet the challenge. Then I have to ask, well, what is the objective of the shot for you? Because you might be thinking that I have to make a perfect swing, I have to hit the ball solid, I have to hit it straight, and I have to hit it to my target. In other words, perfectionists have that triple whammy. They want it to look good, they want it to feel good, and they want it to get the desired result. And maybe you're putting too much heat on yourself because you want all those. So my recommendation for you is to simplify it. Change the task. For example, when I work with professional golfers and they're struggling to fit the club to the number that they have, well, I say, well, create your number. So if you've got, let's say, 150 yards, but your club, you have the 140 or 160 yard club, for example, then why don't you just hit it to 140, hit a full swing to 140, or hit it to 160 and choke down a little bit. So sometimes you can change the task in your mind to make it more straightforward rather than trying to fit it in there perfectly. Now that's a higher level example. In your case, my recommendation would be to pick one thing that you want to do well in the shot that's not so intimidating for you. In other words, you look at that shot and you go, oh, I don't have the ability. This is a really difficult shot, when in reality, you have the ability to do it. So confidence is an important part of this, knowing that you have the ability to do it. But my recommendation is make the task smaller for you. It could be as simple as I want to hit this ball solid, or I want to fade this ball, or I want to draw this ball. It could be even simpler than that. It could be I want to execute my pre-shot routine, or I want to stick to my one swing cue, which I've talked about in previous videos, or I want to commit to my target. So make it much, much smaller, the task in front of you, because I have a feeling like you're intimidating yourself because you feel like you have to hit it on the green, you have to hit it close to the flag, you have to hit it with the right trajectory, and you have to hit it solid. That's an assumption I'm making, of course. But often I try to get golfers to simplify it, the task in front of them, so that they can have more confidence that they can do that. Can you go out there and hit that fairway shot in the middle of the club? Can you hit it solid? That could be your only focus, because if you do that, then a lot of good things can happen from that, as long as you make a free swing as well. And that's part of it too, is maybe your thought process would be, I just want to make a free swing. I just want to swing freely. I want to grip it and rip it. Hey, if you want more information about mental coaching or mental training, you can jump over to peaksports.com and click on Contact Us. We work with golfers as young as 12 all the way up to senior tour golfers as well. So I tend to work more with the professionals here and some collegiate golfers. And I have two very capable mental coaches that work with our younger golfers, which would be our junior golfers, and our high school age golfers as well. All right, jump over to peaksports.com and download a free ebook while you're there. Thanks for watching.